Page 1, Introduction, Taking Control of Gout. It often starts in the dead of night, a faint throb in your big
Ow,
toe,
what the-
a warmth that feels out of place. You try to shift to find a comfortable position, but the throb quickly escalates into a searing, relentless fire. Within hours, your joint is a beacon of agony, red, swollen, and so exquisitely sensitive that the mere weight of a bedsheet feels like a crushing blow. If this sounds familiar, you know the brutal reality
man.
of a gout attack. You know the feeling of being held hostage by your own body, forced to put your life on hold, waiting for the storm to pass. Living with gout is more than just enduring the physical pain. It's the lingering fear of the next attack. It's the frustration of canceling plans, the anxiety of choosing what to eat at a restaurant, and the feeling of helplessness as you wonder when your own body will betray you again. For too long, gout has been misunderstood, dismissed with archaic labels like the disease of kings, as if it were a punishment for a life of excess. Gout is not a personal failing. It is a serious and very real medical condition. It's a form of inflammatory arthritis caused by a simple biological process gone awry: the buildup of tiny, needle-like uric acid crystals in your joints. And because it's a process we can understand, it's a process we can influence. The pain you feel is real, but your feeling of helplessness doesn't have to be. This is where your new journey begins. This guide is built on a single, powerful premise. You are not a passive victim of gout. You can become the active manager of your health. The power to reduce the frequency of these agonizing flares, to diminish their intensity, and to reclaim your life from the shadow of this condition is within your reach. This isn't about a, quote, miracle cure, a quote unquote, or an impossibly restrictive lifestyle. It's about empowerment through knowledge. Together, we will walk through the practical, science-backed strategies that put you back in the driver's seat. We will demystify the foods that can trigger an attack and celebrate the ones that help your body fight back. We will build a sustainable lifestyle plan that includes effective ways to manage your weight and reduce stress on your joints. Most importantly, we will show you how to partner effectively with your doctor to create a comprehensive plan that combines smart lifestyle choices with the right medical support. The story of your gout does not have to be one of pain and fear. It can be a story of resilience, control, and empowerment. The path to a life with fewer interruptions and more freedom starts now. It's time to take control. Understanding the enemy, what is gout? Before you can manage gout, it helps to understand what's happening in your body. Purines. These are chemical compounds found in all living things. When your body breaks them down, a waste product called uric acid is created. Uric acid. Normally, your kidneys filter uric acid out of your blood and excrete it through urine. The problem: sometimes your body either produces too much uric acid or your kidneys excrete too little. This is called hyperuricemia. Crystal formation. When uric acid levels in your blood are too high, it can form needle-like crystals. These crystals often accumulate in a joint or surrounding tissue. The big toe is a common target, but gout can affect other joints like the ankles, knees, elbows, wrists, and fingers. The flare-up. Your immune system sees these crystals as foreign invaders and launches an attack. This inflammatory response causes the classic gout symptoms: intense pain, swelling, redness, and heat. Triggers for a flare-up can include eating high purine foods, drinking alcohol, dehydration, or even stress. Your management plan will focus on keeping uric acid levels low to prevent these crystals from forming. To effectively manage gout, it's essential to move beyond the pain and understand the underlying biological chain of events that leads to a flare-up. Gout is not a mysterious ailment. It is the predictable result of a specific metabolic process going wrong. By grasping the why, you can more effectively implement the how of managing it. At its core, gout is a painful and potent form of inflammatory arthritis. But unlike other forms of arthritis that may be caused by wear and tear or autoimmune dysfunction, the culprit behind gout is a single chemical compound: uric acid. The entire story of gout revolves around how your body produces, processes, and eliminates this substance. The building blocks: purines and uric acid. The story begins with purines. Purines are natural chemical compounds that are fundamental to life. They are crucial components of our DNA and RNA, the genetic blueprints for every cell in our body. Purines are not inherently bad. In fact, they are essential. They come from two sources: endogenous purines. The vast majority, about 2/3, are produced naturally within our bodies as part of the normal cycle of cell creation and death. As old cells break down, the purines in their genetic material are released and processed. Dietary purines. A smaller portion, about 1/3, comes from the foods we eat. Foods that are high in purines are typically those with a high cell turnover rate, such as red meats, organ meats, and certain types of seafood. As your body metabolizes these purines, it creates a waste product called uric acid. In a healthy body, this process is a seamless, behind-the-scenes operation. The uric acid enters your bloodstream, travels to your kidneys, and is efficiently filtered out and expelled from the body in your urine. This delicate balance ensures that uric acid levels in the blood remain within a normal, harmless range. When the system breaks down, hyperuricemia and crystal formation. Gout occurs when this finely tuned system is disrupted. The problem arises when the level of uric acid in your blood becomes too high, a condition known as hyperuricemia. This can happen for two primary reasons, and for most people with gout, it's the second reason that is the main driver: overproduction. In some cases, the body simply produces too much uric acid. This can be due to genetic factors or other medical conditions that increase cell turnover. Underexcretion, the more common cause. In about 90% of gout cases, the issue is not overproduction, but inefficient removal. The kidneys fail to filter out enough uric acid from the blood, allowing it to accumulate over time. Think of it like a sink. Either the faucet is turned on too high, overproduction, or the drain is partially clogged, underexcretion. Either way, the sink will eventually overflow. When the concentration of uric acid in your blood reaches a saturation point, it can no longer stay dissolved. It begins to precipitate out of the blood and form microscopic needle-like crystals called monosodium urate crystals. These crystals tend to form in cooler areas of the body, which is why the big toe, being farthest from the warm core of the body, is the most common site for a first gout attack. However, they can form in any joint, including the ankles, knees, wrists, and fingers. The attack: your body's violent response. For a while, these crystals may exist in a joint without causing any trouble. The gout attack, or flare, happens when something triggers your body's immune system to suddenly recognize these crystals as a threat. Your immune system sees these sharp, foreign objects and launches an all-out assault. It sends a flood of white blood cells to the area to attack the crystals, releasing powerful inflammatory chemicals called cytokines in the process. This intense inflammatory battle is what causes the signature symptoms of a gout flare: excruciating pain. The inflammatory response sensitizes nerve endings, leading to severe, throbbing pain. Intense swelling. Fluid and inflammatory cells rush to the joint, causing it to swell dramatically. Redness and heat. Increased blood flow to the area makes the joint look red and feel hot to the touch. This is why a gout attack is so much more than just a sore joint. It is a full-blown, localized inflammatory war. The attack will eventually subside as the immune response calms down, but the underlying crystals remain, waiting for the next trigger to start the battle all over again. Understanding this process, from purines to uric acid, from hyperuricemia to crystals, and from crystals to the inflammatory attack, is the first and most critical step in breaking the cycle and taking control of your gout.